What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm Damon Hatfield. I'm here with my friends Jamie and Ben from Freestyle Games, and they're playing some Guitar Hero Live for us.
Yeah, so we figured we'd come and show you some of the new things in Guitar Hero Live. So Ben's going to play, because if I play and talk, I get a bit competitive. And
Yeah,
kind of
that's really
out.
difficult to do.
So we're going to jump in, and we're going to show you, anyone, you can pick the track if you want, dude. Any of those.
Let's see, what should we do here? Let's do the Killers.
All right,
when you were young.
Killers. So Killers is one of the tracks that's going to be featured in our UK festival. So in Guitar Hero Live, you've got two festivals. One's in the UK, it's called Sound Dial. One's in the US, called Rock the Block. And these are festivals that we've made. And I think like the biggest difference you can probably see is now we're first person, and it's real people reacting to us.
So how much video is in the game? Is it the same for every song?
It's every single set is unique.
Okay.
So we basically built out sets. You'll play as a band. So in this case, you're Jeff's in Hangout. This is the band you're in. When actually there's no gameplay as well, we take the highway down so you can just kind of experience everything. And then when the notes are ready to come back in, we'll bring it up and put it over the background. Basically, when you play it, you're going to be playing in a set which could be 3 songs long, could be 4 songs long, maybe even 6 songs long. So you're basically going to experience what it's like to be in that band for the duration of that set. So Ben's been playing pretty well so far, but if he starts to get it wrong, you might see a change in the crowd, you might see a change in the band. So you can see the singer just gave us a look then like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now to be honest, the keyboard player and the bass player in this one particularly don't look that happy with you. Cheryl hates it when you get it wrong. But at any point, Ben can just start trying to play again, and once he gets back on track again, then you'll be able to see a switch, and not only will we get the band back on top, but you can see the crowd is still booing us and things like that. Any minute now, Ben. Any minute, dude.
We can turn things around, right?
You can turn things around, yeah, and it'll switch at any point. Like, there's no gates. It's purely based on gameplay, so Ben needs to just step it up a bit. He's nearly there. There it is.
There you go.
So he's back.
Nice.
Now he's got the crowd back. You can see they're partying out again. And what you may be able to hear through the sound as well is we've mixed the audio in this to feel live. We call it our liveify. And what that means is now we're over by Monty on the drums. We're going to hear the drums come through the mix more. So it's actually like a 3D system, like it's putting us near the drums. It knows we're there. It's going to lift them up in the mix. When I run to the front of the stage, it's actually going to take that back in the mix. So I'm going to hear the crowd a little bit more. And in the positive section, they're going to be singing back, so I'm going to hear them singing.
Did you have like the stems from the songs to work with, or do you have just like the final master file?
No, for this stuff we've had the stems,
okay.
So we've been able to kind of get in there, and you know, typically we bring the guitar out anyway, but it's allowed us to sort of play around and build this 3D system. So the other thing we've done is we've recorded all the crowd sounds, so we've brought crowd into studios, we've had them singing back along all the various songs, and not only are you getting that positive reaction, you're getting that as a negative reaction as well. So when you're in the negative, the crowd are going to be booing, you're going to hear them cheering, you're going to hear them saying, get off, and all kinds of different things.
Is it possible to fail out? Can you like get kicked off the stage?
No, we didn't want to. I mean, you know, you probably remember from DJ Hero, we never had fail out, and it's just one of those things in our games. You know, I think people don't like to be told they're rubbish. You know, people kind of prefer to kind of keep going and get things, and we'd rather that you kind of, you know, you hit 10% on this one, but get 12% next time and feel like you've progressed. Rather than, you know, we find especially our casual players, you know, if they play 3 or 4 songs and they keep getting told they're rubbish, they actually put it down and move on. And I think for us, the crowd booing you for the entire duration of a set is probably enough.
That's enough of a fail state.
Yeah.
So you set do you get to pick the songs for your sets?
No, we've picked them for you. So
okay.
we've crafted that and we've built this whole journey around it. So some of the sets, for example, in this one, which we've showed the intro set for this already, you actually come on from backstage and you walk through all the kind of your groupies and things like that. You get your guitar and you go on stage. So we want to try and give you a bit of stage fright before you get there, but every set will be different. You won't always necessarily come on at the start. There's lots of little tricks and neat ways we've done to introduce you to those sets.
And then that song was just a single song, and then it was done. When you're playing a set, do all the songs like...
You play the whole set, yeah, and you'll come on, you'll have an intro, you'll have segues between each song, so you may talk to the crowd, the lead singer might be talking to the crowd, so you'll have that, and then it's just one long continuous shot. What we're playing at the moment is quick play. So as you go through and you unlock the songs, we'll actually let you play them in quick play, and you can play multiplayer here as well, so if you've got another guitar, you can come and jam out with your friends.
We also have the new guitar in the picture-in-picture here.
Yep.
So what's changed with the hardware?
Well, I mean, apart from just like the appearance has changed, we wanted to try and kind of bring this back, make it look completely different to anything we've done before, kind of in colorway and things like that. We wanted you to be proud to have it in your living room. But I think the big change really is the gameplay. One of the early things we looked at when we started to redesign this was we wanted to think, how can we change the gameplay? We didn't want to come back in 5 years and just have the same gameplay. And a lot of our Guitar Hero fans were saying, we want something new. But that seemed to be what we were hearing a lot of. So we went away and we rethought, how can we change the button configuration and how can we make it kind of new and interesting? How can it be simple for our fans or new fans that are coming to Guitar Hero, but also give our old fans this reason to come back and learn something different. So now we've got 6 buttons in 2 rows of 3, and a couple of reasons for that. One was we found that a lot of our Guitar Hero players only ever use 3 fingers to play, and like me, if I used my pinky, I was in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
Now, so we wanted to make a game that gave them some depth, because we found that people can move up and down that finger a lot safer than moving up and down the neck and still feel comfortable. So there's great progression at a mid-level, really easy at an entry level, it's just 3 buttons. But then at a top-end level, when you see them playing it on like expert and the different configurations, you're going to have to make chord shapes. You're going to be hitting 2 buttons above each other. You're going to be hitting combinations of buttons next to each other. So there's a whole new level of gameplay built into this that we think, or we're seeing certainly from our kind of old expert players. After 2 or 3 songs, they get it, and then the challenge is there. So there you can see that square note, the black and white note. That's both buttons together. And then these notes here, this is the hero power section. So, the old star power, what we've done is introduce hero powers. And in live, you just have one, it's called Invincibility. And that basically protects you from the crowd. So if you've got a hero power saved up and you're starting to screw it up and the crowd are about to turn, you fire off Invincibility and that'll protect you. Because there's a new score mechanic in this, which is you're going to get a crowd score at the end of it. So how happy you've kept the crowd, you'll get a score for that at the end, as well as all the usual, percentage hit, note streak, overall score, how many stars you've hit, and things like that.
Then what's the song situation? Is it all new songs? Is it a mix of new and old songs?
It's a bit of a mix. I mean, what's great about having some new gameplay is there's a real reason to come back and play the songs again that you might have already had in Guitar Hero. But again, we've been away for 5 years, so there's a huge amount of music that we're able to bring that's never been in a Guitar Hero before. But at the same time, we've always said we love music, we love trying new things with music in the game, but we love classics as well. So there's definitely some that you'll be familiar with, but a new way of playing.
What's the long horizontal bar in the note lane?
That's an open strum,
okay.
So that's no buttons, you can just open strum it. You can see Ben's got hero power saved up, the crowd are against him. If he fires that off, gets him straight back on side, even though he was still sucking a little bit.
He's playing with no sound, basically, and it's impressive he's being, hitting any notes.
Yeah, and like so, this is over 2 festivals. Kind of total number of songs in that mode we'll be announcing later on, but you're going to have quite a breadth of musical styles, and everything about each set. So this band here, playing this kind of music to the crowd that you would imagine to go and see this kind of music. That old metal crowd. They look and dress how you would imagine them to look. The band look and feel how you would imagine them to look as well.
In quick play, are all the songs available from the beginning?
No, you're going to have to, there's going to be unlocks, so we're going to have an amount of music available to you at the start, but we did want to give you some progression through that mode as well. But we also recognize that, a lot of Guitar Hero fans, everyone has a different taste in music, and what they didn't tend to like in the past was if you hid music they liked behind music that they didn't like.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure people had something that, they could play their own way to unlock everything. Because we know, we're putting a lot of different types of music in there. We recognize some people will be like, well, I'm not into that, but I love this, so I'm going to go and play that. We don't want to hinder anyone from getting to that.
There's also TV mode?
Yeah, TV mode, so we could have it, we could try and fire that now. And
maybe we should switch over there before we run out of time.
Ben just fires it up off the menu system here. And we'll actually log into TV. And basically, this is going to connect us straight into TV. So something to bear in mind, this is a live code. So my team back in the UK are working on this now. We've just plugged in through your internet connection, and we've just jumped straight in. So bear with us. But basically, this is it. We're in. We're now on live. It's all jump straight into a TV channel. This is the song that was playing when Ben switched on. Last time we played, we were on GHTV1, so it put us into that channel. If Ben wants to switch channel, he can just jump into the menu. We can go to our TV channel guide.
Oh wow!
Pick channel 2, and we can just go and jump in and play that. And you know, we're straight away, we're already match made against people that are playing it. So that totem on the left, you know, that's some guys back at home. That's actually some of the booths back on our stand playing it. And we're just playing against them straight away. And we came in, I think we're almost to the end of this song. But you can also, if you want, and if you've got time, Ben, I know, fire up an on-demand song. So we jump into music. That screen will be for us. Ben can pick any song he wants. You just clear a playlist because we had a playlist saved. So we can jump in. This is now taking us out of the channels. And we're now just going to play this on demand. And yes.
This is also I'm gonna have 13-year-old Damon flashbacks right now.
I was saying this the other day. I've watched this video so much in the past few weeks, and I'm like 16 again. It's amazing. Ben can play this, and the thing is, if you want, you can just hit pause, and he can change difficulty because he's done it on demand. It's not going to carry on in the background. He can change his difficulty. He can go get a beer, do whatever he wants to do, and he can just jump back in. Gives him a walk in, and he can go and play it.
So all these users on the left-hand side of the screen, they're all playing this song right now?
So in this case, what that will be is they've probably set a score on this already.
Okay.
So that's going to show you or show Ben going through those scores. So that will be the leaderboard that he's jumped into and the difficulty he's in. But then when you're playing people live on the TV, it'll actually be real people playing live at that point. So when you're actually in the channels, you're always going to be match made against people that are already playing GHTV.
Okay.
And if your friends are already playing, it'll recognize that and it will match make you against them first, and then fill people around you. So we want you to be able to play your mates as quickly as we possible, as easily and frictionless-free as possible.
Wow. The Guitar Hero TV stuff seems crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, if you want to jump up to that music menu, Ben, real quick. So this menu here, this is going to be all about you. So it's going to learn about your type of play, and it's going to learn about what music you like. So all those 4 panels there that have got the images in, that's actually going to be different for all of us. So it's going to know what you like. It's going to know your play patterns. As new music comes onto the network, it's going to recommend that for you, knowing like, hey, you know, I like Pantera. It's going to recommend me music in that kind of wheelhouse. But you know, you can see I can equip highways. So if I want to change, customize highways, I can go in here and I can create different highways. And that comes into it when you kind of level up and you unlock rivals mode. And at the end of each song, when you're playing competitively, the winner's highway will appear at the results screen. So it's a good place to show off because some of these highways will be kind of locked away in some of our other modes, like in the premium shows where you have to win them and things like that.
Wow. So in the TV mode, are you always playing with the music video?
Yeah, you're always playing with the music. Well, you're always playing with a music video, but we're also doing some cool stuff, like interesting content. We announced one yesterday with Avenged Sevenfold. I was here with the guys, and we're doing for a pre-order incentive, you're going to get an Avenged Sevenfold pack, which means you're going to have live concert footage from those guys that hasn't been available yet. So
Okay.
we're picking that with them. Those guys want it to be the pretty hard stuff to play. So we're not sure what tracks yet. But I mean, Ben can scoot through this real quick, but this gives you an idea of kind of what that's like and what footage is like. So in this example, Black Veil Brides, it's actual real concert footage.
So is it just streaming everything to your console?
We basically built a network that you log into. And yeah, you don't have to download anything. You just dive into it, just like TV when you turn your TV on at home.
Sure.
It's basically like that. But when you want something on demand, it'll pull that down for you. But you're not actually filling up your hard drive with DLC.
Are there going to be weekly drops of new content, or is it just
kind of TBD on how much? I'd love to tell you, but the guy will shoot me from behind the camera. But you know, it's going to be regular. The deal for TV for us was, you know, we're in a different place with consoles now than we were 5 years ago. I think it was like 40% connected consoles back then, and we're upwards of 80 now. So for a developer, it's you know, we can get our gamers content really in a different way. We don't have to get a disc all the time. So that was a big driver for this. So you know, take it from me. We're going to give you content regularly, and you know, you're going to see a real spread of it. I mean, it allows us to listen to our community as well. You know, we can see what our gamers are playing, and we can give them that content. You know, if they're not playing one type of music, cool. We'll give you what you do like.
Wow. The Guitar Hero TV stuff seems awesome. Real quick, if music games are back, I think it's time to bring back DJ Hero.
Oh man,
It's time.
so many people keep
it back.
saying it's like, I hear you.
Jamie, Ben, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Thanks.
That's Guitar Hero Live. Stay tuned. More to come from E3 here at IGN.